Okay, gotta love a Fox body. This is a 1987 Mustang GT 5.0 under the hood. Power steering, power brakes, AC. And check it out. They got rid of the prop. And they added these bad boys. It opens right up. Stays up good. I like that. It's got new tires all the way around. It's a decent looking car in my favorite color, white. Detailed pictures, financing and shipping at maplemotors.com. Got dual exhaust out the back. And of course I'll find something wrong with it, but I'll show you here in the video. That's why I make them. So be sure to hit subscribe and share. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off out of here, we place bets. Do you think the horn works? Be trying it out. So this thing, so it's showing 86,000 miles. Every 100,000 it goes back to zero on the dash there. You've got a little crack here. Across the top, looks good. The console and stuff is in decent shape. Looks like they put some wood in here. These always break. I've never seen anybody do one like that though. So yeah, that might need to be fixed. The interior looks sweet. Tinted windows all the way around. Nice clean headliner. No problem on starting. Do gotta give it a little time to warm up. Got a squeaky pulley up there. I've been hearing. Battery's charging. Oil pressure's good. And the gas gauge is good, so we don't have to stop. Turn signals in the middle there. A little dim, but this working on both sides. Let's turn the AC on. That blower motor sounds wild. Compressor kicked on. That blower motor is loud. Okay, it's working. And it's not screaming at me this time. But on high, it's definitely screaming. Your control there is sticky. Yeah, control's not working. That little piece there is stuck. Under the dash here, well, they didn't hook up any of these gauges. I wonder what in the world. They must have just stuck it there. Radio. Wow, old radio sounds all right. Horn, did you place your bets? It does work along with the wipers. Make sure to cut them off. Center is off. Okay. Lock, unlock does not work. Dark tint. Okay, let's take off. Okay, here we go. Make sure y'all look good. There's reverse there. Neutral and drive. We're gonna roll out. Car's going down the road here. Speedometer's coming up, seems to be pretty accurate. Straight as an arrow. Tight steering. What happens when I floor it? It gets down. Feels pretty good. Getting into your brakes now. A little bit of a left pull when you first hit them. The brakes feel fine. They are pulling a little bit to the left there, but they're stopping. Yeah, as soon as you hit the brakes immediately, it starts pulling a little bit to the left. So it's just grabbing more on this side for some reason. Our actual engine temperature gauge has not come up on the dash here, and the one below has not moved either. I don't know if they're not hooked up or what. Oil pressure seems right. Steering nice and smooth. doesn't feel bad on this one either. Go ahead and jump in the parking lot here. We'll get some undercarriage shots, some outside footage, and continue this test drive. I'll be back, guys. This guy forgot his head mount, so I couldn't put y'all on my head and take off. Well, got you on the window again. This is the classic way. When I first started doing videos, I had y'all up here on the driver's window and the passenger window. And of course the windows are tinted so dark, I went ahead and opened the other one to get a little bit of light in here. Time to roll out. Waiting on traffic. They boxed me in. I'm gonna get out of the way. I like being able to slam into the brakes. Check that out, like so. Of course, getting to the throttle there. It's generally hard to do when somebody's on your tail behind you and right in front of you. So we'll cut out of here. There's no stop sign here. That's kind of weird. go. Now we got a good open road. Back in your brakes. They're still pulling a little bit to the left. It's definitely gotten better. I'm actually supposed to be going to buy a Mustang for my wife tonight. I gotta drive about an hour away to go look at it. It's what she's been wanting, and we've got a trip to Florida planned in a few weeks, and that's what I want to drive. So hey, just like this one, I got an automatic, his and hers. She can drive a stick, but she's also pregnant, so she doesn't feel like driving a stick, so it's kind of perfect having an automatic too. Little tire kick there. Bump in the road. Suspension feels fine. There's not a lot of shakes or rattles in here. Back in your brakes. Brakes are getting better. The more I'm driving them, they may just had some good dust on it. Needed to be driven. Alright guys. I don't know what this guy's been doing, but he blocked the gate and then he blocked the gate. So, can't get back in. Alright. I'll figure something out though. I gotta get another car out to do a test drive. The walk around's coming up next. Picking out the flaws. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I've got it all popped open for us, and we're going to walk around this Mustang. Any kind of chips, scratches, dents, rust, whatever there is I can find, you'll know about it here in this video. You can also go and check out our detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. You know, financing and shipping is available on there. Let's get started. A little bug mark up here in the front. Little chips there. Some of this stuff will clean up. The light there's got a little bit of a fog to it, but it's not bad. I think this kind of stuff will, look, see, that'll wax off. Let's go down the side. Tires are in great shape. Spot there. Looks like the protecting layer of the stripe is trying to come off there. Door is shut. Chips there. You can tell they had this car repainted. Little spot there in the paint. Little chip there. Light scratch on top here. Little scuff there. Front windshield on this one looks pretty good. Little scuffs up top here, that should come off. Yeah, it's starting to wipe off there. That should come off as well. The seal there is a little weak. Oh, this clip's broke on this side. Carpet looks good. They've had that over there a while. A little fading going on here. Usually under this there's a spare tire. Let's see if it's still there. Yep. Everything looks solid. A little bit of rust partly on top. It looks like just popping up there, pulling the paint up. There we go. A little rust popping up in the corner here. Coming down with the hatch there, it's got good shocks. And it's locked. Getting around the back end. Spots there. Little chips here by the wing. It's got a rubber magnet hangs on to the metal there. Back window's nice and clean. Little chip here. Coming down this side. Little chip in the corner. Tires are good. Great tread. A little thin there on the paint. What's that? Some dirt. Looks like it. Pulled that out. Little dimples over here. Same thing, that little, I think that's supposed to come off, honestly. I just didn't peel it off. Little protective plastic. You know, the red doesn't look bad on there, but imagine it was gone. I think an all white would look pretty clean as well. And it's just stickers too, so you could take it off if you wanted to. See if I can work with my shadow here. Excess glue there on the 5.0 emblem. Clean that up. Stripes there's got some iffy spots too, anyways. I don't know what's going on with this trim here, but I'm gonna say it needs to be replaced. It's a little lumpy. Little ding here. Front window looks good. Mustang Club of America. We'll overspray on some of your trim. That'll come off. It's already starting to come off. Yeah, somebody's repainted this car at some point. It actually looks pretty good. It's like a hand wax go around on some of them little spots. Probably take all of them off. You'll have a couple little spots like this that'll still be there, but overall it's not too bad. Let's look at the interior now. Door panel on this one looks good. Seal in there also looks good. The Cobra mats. I sat in the back of these when I was 5 years old. I remember my dad coming home with a Cobra, just like this car. Really, I don't know if, I think his was a 93 though. Stitch in there on the side of the seat. Oh. Temp gauge actually started working there, which is great. So it was hooked up. It just took a while. Let's look at it down here. I don't know how correct it is or exactly where they've put it, but 140 is a little low, especially for a Fox body. I think these ran around 100, 180, 200. That gauge up there is not really working either. Oil pressure does look like it's working. Good test for it is to hold the throttle. Kind of jumped around a little bit there. Yeah. Wonder if this works. Gas door? Both of them. So yeah, that worked. And now it's shut. The gas door. Well, that clicked. Let's try it again. Hold on. Okay, so the only thing I think is going to happen on the gas door, you hear it clicking, you might have to have somebody out here to open it when you hit the button, because it's not slinging open by itself. So if you do run into that, deal. Squeaky pulley's changed tone here. I don't know which one it is, but one of them had a squeak to it, and now it sounds like that. Insulation's kind of falling apart a little bit. May last a little bit longer there. Looks like all the clips are still attached except for this one. Oh, down there, it's 3 of them. That's came loose. It is pretty cool how they edit these. But this side they riveted, and this side they bolted. Coming down with it. It's shut. A scratch there. That should buff out. Bubble there in the hood. I do appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and share. There's detailed photos, financing, and shipping at maplemotors.com. And again, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.